Planners Anonymous Live for this Monday, the 2nd of March. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I've tried a little bit of a different setup today. So this way I can actually see YouTube, the comments rolling through, instead of having to use a phone which doesn't always connect. So I'm gonna see how this works. Hopefully you can all hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can't hear me, and I'll see what I can do. Looks like we're live. Looks like it's all working well. Hi everyone. Please remember that there is a 1-minute delay between what I am saying and the chat that's coming through. Oh my goodness. It has been, February was a year of a February, people. Hi everyone. It was just you can hear me, brilliant. February was exhausting. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. We had 2 of our biggest releases that we've ever done in February. We had our kits. We had a whole bunch of bits and pieces going on in the background. We had the kids started a new school year, which brought its own fun. Ooh. I want to reset this year. I want to reset this year just so I can start again. I feel like January and February were trial months, and that we just need to breathe. Start again. Hopefully this all works. To be honest, where I used to have my lives before, it takes me a lot to set that up because that's up against a different wall where we have another sort of temporary workstation. So I have kind of wanting to set up something that's a little bit easier for me to basically come online and just do my lives as is. So I'm sitting at my computer desk right now, and since we did the shuffle, this has been behind me, so it's a lot easier to sort of get to my pens and all my watercolors and everything like that, which is a lot. It's definitely helping the creativity. So so for those who have been watching our lives for a longer time now, I have, this is my scrap box. It was over on another side of the room, which is why I couldn't use it for a little while, but we sort of worked it out yesterday, so that I could do my lives here, and it's a lot less stress to set up for me every week, because it was just getting to the point where every Monday it was getting harder for me to set things up and get motivated, especially when things got busy. So I'm glad that you like it. This is where I do all my creating. So aside from my designing, this is where I do my planning. It's where I do my crafting. This is everything that's in here is maybe 10-15 years of collecting. I would say buying craft stuff, but it's not. It's collecting craft stuff. So this is my creative sanctuary. And I'm reorganizing it after a while this year again, and just because I have a lot of washi tape. I have an addiction. Hi to everybody who's joining in, and thanks Cheryl for the comment on the mic. I'm not using a mic this week because the camera is actually a lot closer. And just so you know, if I keep looking that way, that's where my window is to the front door. So when couriers and trucks and all that pull up, you'll see me just sort of having a look out there. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, this is actually a lot easier for me to set up, a lot less stressful, and I can actually see the chat as it's happening. I don't have to worry about a phone that's not connecting. I don't have a lot of things to run through today, although I do have a couple of sneak previews, which I'm hoping that you all would like. I have an update from Michael, as well as, okay, what am I going to do? Let's do the update first. So, update. As mentioned, we had a huge February. That means we've had a record number of orders to ship. For those who don't know us all that well just yet, I know a lot of people who come into these lives are regulars, and thank you so much. Every now and again we get a couple of new people joining in. So for those who don't know, we are a small family business, consisting of myself, hubby, and our family who pulls in. We've got a whole bunch of other people who make it all possible. So, but so Michael is our customer service and packing guru. So there is one of him, and I don't help pack. And the reason why is because I'm usually designing at the same time or looking after the kids, and we tag team. We do have a special needs little one, so it does bring some very unique challenges, but that means it can be a little bit harder to get around to things than most other people find. So customer service, he wanted to let you all know that customer service queue is long at the moment, and I think I mentioned the same last week. I have like a hair on me. And that's because he had a choice whether to do customer service or pack and send orders. So he's been packing and sending out orders as quickly as he possibly can. He wants to thank everybody for their patience, because I know that there are some that in there that have been waiting a little bit longer than others. He is getting around to it. I'm also going to be trying and popping in, but there's a lot in the customer service queue that I don't know how to deal with. We work in our little silos, because it makes things work easier. So I've got my little creative bubble and making sure that the products and the kits and the extra releases and all that happens, and he looks after customer service and the shipping and making sure all the teams are packing what they need to be packing. So he looks after a lot. So thank you all for your patience. He is trying to catch up, and I think I want to say that he should be caught up on the majority of the packing this week. So if you haven't heard from him on customer service just yet and you're waiting for something, it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too long, and we just want to thank you for your patience. And yeah, so we've the reason why we tell people not to message us through, so we get a lot of messages through Instagram and our Facebook group and our Facebook page, and the reason why we tell people not to message us through there is we don't always get tagged even if you tag us. So a lot of people tag me. A lot of the times I don't actually see them by the time I've woken up in the morning. And even if it's in the group, so sometimes I've gone into the group having, like, if a friend's told me that there's a post in there that I need to see and I can't see it. So yay for Facebook. Not only that, but people don't always use their name that they're subscribed under or the name that they've put orders in under. So it literally makes us impossible to do our jobs through Facebook. So whereas if you message us through the website or through the email that has your subscription under it, our software that's on the website, so that little chat box, will tell us all your order history. So we don't have to go searching for that. It's all already there. We can see your subscription, we can see your hearts, we can see everything. And it makes our lives a lot easier, which means that we can answer you more quickly, we can get through the queue more quickly, which means that we can create more products for you guys to enjoy. So thank you to everybody. Yes, we are working on that as quickly as possible. So if I just want to have a chat about Vineyard. So the Vineyard, insert. So Vineyards obviously shipped a few weeks ago. I popped into the group and I noticed that people are receiving that, which is fantastic. Obviously there's Aussies who live closer to us who get their kit first. But it is making its way around the world. Now I did notice one post this morning that there is an issue with the Happy Planner Classic Undated. I'm fixing that up today. That will be that you should get a notification if you've downloaded that to download. I accidentally uploaded the wrong one. I had a lot of trouble with my inserts this week. It took me so much longer than it normally does. By the time I got to the end of it, I was just exhausted, and I just needed a break because every time I would export it and proof it, I don't know what was going on. Last month was a dream. It did it all, so after I update, because I have to update each of the sizes, after I update it, and that's a job in itself. The export literally ran in a couple of hours and it ran perfectly. This month's it took 5 hours to export them every time, and I exported them about 5 times. So I do apologize for the delay. There is not much I could have done to make it smoother. And then once I exported it, for some reason it was just exporting all weird and funky, and I'm sorry. I really tried. So I'm going to fix that one up today that was having issues, and that you should get a notice if you purchase the Luxe. It will tell you that there's been an update to it and to download the update. That being said, the Beautiful You, let me get to that. If I say tomorrow, I'm going to hope to get that up for tomorrow. That's my tomorrow, not the US tomorrow, which is in mine tonight. I'm working on getting to it as quickly as possible, and that includes all the other little bits and pieces, so not just Beautiful You, that's the reference sheet and all that. Also, thank you to those who, on the reference sheet, who gave me good feedback on that, so that'll stay. I love the storage solutions that I've been seeing in the group. That's fantastic. I may have been working on a storage solution, so I'm like, okay, well, you've just challenged me to go one better, so thanks for that. Because that was awesome. I really, and I love seeing the innovation that happens in our group and in the community. It really pushes me to do one better. So thanks for that. We should chat about Rainy Days, because Rainy Days is our kit that we currently have up for open for subscription. So, and that's shipping between the 15th to the 18th of March. I have been doing previews on Instagram. Yay! That was one thing I said. So I did the whole photo shoot for that on the weekend, except for the mystery item, which is still on its way. Actually, I need to go pick that up this week. It's really cool. Yeah, thanks, Karen. I can see your oops in the corner of my eye. Yeah, thanks. Honestly, though, I do love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm like, can you just come over to my house and do all my kits? That would be brilliant. Karen, just come over. Because I don't have time to do that. And I was like, man, that is really cool. Honestly, I don't mind being pushed. I have a few close friends who see my designs that I'm working on in the future, and if it wasn't for them sometimes turning around to me and saying, no, you can do better, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I actually really like that push, and I strive off that, so thank you. Although I am kind of like, Karen, stop being so good. I don't know. I was talking about Rainy Days. So Rainy Days, I do have the next week's worth of previews upcoming. So they're all lined up. I believe the subscriptions have gone through, or they're going through. They should have gone through yesterday, I think, today. That's Michael's side of things. And he's gone up to Australia Post to drop off our latest run. So I can check in with him when he comes back if he doesn't go straight upstairs. But rainy days, I'm going to start on the inserts for that sooner than what I started on the vineyard inserts. I shouldn't have the same issue, because one of the issues this month was that March is a 6-week month, and so my bits and pieces that I have referencing it didn't reference it properly. So that was me when I set it all up, saying we don't have one of those until August. I forgot about March, but come August I should be really organized. So rainy days is a stellar kit. It's so pretty. I have been playing around with it already, which don't judge my nail painting, okay? Because I'm really bad at it, and I actually did it myself this week because I want to rest from going to the salon. So if I hold this up, you guys can't judge my nails. So I had a bit of a play. This way. I had a little bit of a play myself this week, which was a lot of fun. I haven't written in it yet. That's my job today. And those stickers wasn't stuck down. So it's actually a really fun kit to play with. The pops of colour are absolutely delightful. It's got a really childish quality to it. So I mean, it's got beautiful artwork in it, but it also has these little reminders to, have a bit of fun with life. Jump in the puddles. Life's too short to get bogged down in all the in all the seriousness and the storms that come your way. So learn how to make the most of all of it. And that's a reminder for myself. So it is super cute. Yes, the wide washi is awesome. I absolutely love the wide washi, and the standard washi, which you can see at the top. I absolutely adore that too. So that is Rainy Day sub came out yesterday. Yes. Oh, okay. That's the page. I'm like, what? Yeah. So that is a super fun, super cute, really just renewal kit. And I'm getting a lot of messages through, and I can see that you're all sort of loving the kit too, which is wonderful to see. Pansies remind me of my grandma. I remember that growing up, she used to have a garden just outside our unit that we lived in, and downstairs, and she would have some really cute little pansies. So they remind me of her as well. They're a very cute little dainty flower with a lot of fun and a lot of colour. So I love that. So, I mean, last week I showed off pretty much most of that kit. So I'm like, should I show that again? You guys can just go back. I mean, it's up to you. I've got a lot to do, so I don't really want to sit on here forever. Although I could chat with you guys all day. I love coming on here and it's the greatest way to procrastinate getting stuff done on a Monday. Okay. Let me know if you want to see it again. If you don't, you can always go back to next week. Maybe I'll put a link in the bio for this week, because it's past the 1st of the month, so I can release the next kit. I can show what the kit after Rainy Days is, which feels weird because I've only just started getting you excited for this kit. So, okay, look, what I might do is I might show the preview at the end of this video, so that way anybody who's seen it isn't hanging around watching it again, because I can just line that up at the end of the video. Oh, I'm getting a few people saying to show it. Yeah, I'll put it on at the end of the video, and that way anybody I can sort of just keep some questions open and stuff like that as well. because I think it's about, I want to say 10 minutes long. Okay, but for now, let me share the next, hold on, everybody's saying please show. Oh, please show us. Oh, that must be the next kit. Okay, let me show the next kit, and then at the end, sorry, all these messages just started coming through because of the delay. Let me show the next kit. So the next kit is, it's got some beautiful artwork in it. Let me line this up. It's something that I've wanted to do for a little while. And I wanted to make sure that I did it properly. So I feel like it's a really, I think it's going to be a really popular kit. So here we go. Without any further ado, Sail and Sea is our next kit after Rainy Days. It's full of beautiful reds and blues and scenery, and just there is a lot of beautiful artwork in this kit that is just going to be, it's got that really nautical vibe on there. So it's a beautiful kit. It's a very heavily themed kit, but there's some artwork from previous kits that I've sort of snuck back into this kit because it worked so closely and so well together. So I think once you all get it, you're really going to love this kit. It is a absolutely beautiful kit. Yay! Okay, I can see all the comments coming through now because you're starting to catch up on me showing the kit. I'm so glad that you love it. It really is going to be just a gorgeous kit, and I've wanted to do that for so long. And yeah, so mystery item for Rainy Days. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer, guys, to find out what that is. I will be sneaking it this week through Instagram and through the group. So a Nova Scotia trip. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful kit. So I'm glad that you're all enjoying that theme. I've always wanted to do an nautical, and we are coming up to 3 years as Planners Anonymous now. So it felt like it was sort of like well, now's the right time to make it happen. It's that sort of kit where it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of summer, if you're in the middle of winter, because as you know, we're a worldwide subscription box. So I wanted something that was very season independent. Speaking of which, Aussies, not just Aussies, all my Southern Hemisphere friends, we're coming into autumn. You know what that means? Forest Falls is the perfect kit for you, and I wish that I'd put that up because it would have, I should have done a preview here. I do believe we have some stock. I'll have to check with Michael. I believe we have some TNs left. We've got the weekly kits. I will check once Michael comes back home. I'll check in with him to see what stock we have. Is that him? No. I'll check in with him. Now, as I just said, I shouldn't be sneaking this, but we're coming up, actually, what's it? So it would be awesome if you celebrate the 4th of July as well. Yeah, because it's got those reds and blues and those sorts of colours to it. We're coming up to our 3rd birthday, and I shouldn't be doing this because you know that I don't sneak artwork this far in advance. But I've got a little sneaky peek of, so our birthday's in July. And I have a little bit of a sneaky peek of the artwork that's coming out. Not a lot, but I have always wanted to do a celebration kit that could be used for almost any sort of celebration. And last year's July, it sort of felt like I missed the boat a little bit on the timing for that. So this year, I was like, I am going to do a celebrations kit. So I just want to sneak in some of the artwork for that. it's not final artwork, but it's getting closer. I just have like the preview slides. So I hope I'm going to show it now. So this will be our celebrations kit. It's literally all about partying and celebrating, and it's not just like a birthday kit, but you could use it for almost, obviously not for Christmas, because Christmas is its own little thing, but it's going to be a beautiful kit that you can use any time of year. And as you saw, the main girl is our peony girl, letting her hair down, having a bit of fun at the party. I hope you like that sneak peek. As I said, I never do sneak peeks that early, so I hope you like it. We've gone, she's absolutely beautiful. She's one of my favorite girls so far, and she's absolutely ready to party. So that's not for a little while, okay? So just keep that in your mind, that is coming. It will be more than just a kit too. I am looking at going a little bit all out on this one. And remember, the last time we went all out, we did the Northern Lights release. So I haven't finalized anything yet, but that is coming. So I want you all to know that that's in the future, and I really want to do something to really celebrate how far we've come, and all of you all for supporting us. So you definitely want to be a subscriber for that. Oh, I'm hearing from all the July and August babies. That's brilliant. Okay, so that's, I hope you love that. Okay, what's next? I'm going to do a Q&A time now. I'm going to scroll back through all the comments because I can see them on my computer easily now, and I can actually scroll without having an issue. So let me, while you guys are catching up to me on the live stream, I'm going to read through any questions that have been asked, but feel free to drop down some questions on the end and I will answer them. Yeah, so I just when it came to setting up today's live, it was, YouTube wasn't showing me that I'd already set one up, so I frantically set one up this morning, and then after I set it up, the other one popped up, and I was like, oh, well, okay. So I deleted the initial one, which had the earlier time, just so I could have a little bit more time to organize myself, and get ready. So I apologize for any confusion that there was this morning. I thought that I had set it up last week, and obviously I did. It just wasn't showing in YouTube. Hello. All the hellos. Can hear you better this way rather than the mic you used to use. That's kind of disappointing because that mic was a good mic. Well, it's supposed to be a good mic. I also feel like I hadn't set it up properly, so love the background. Yes, this is my zen space for my creating. Hi Sylvia from Guatemala. I like the background more. I like this setup. It's more laid back and you seem more comfortable. Yeah, I am. Okay. Keeping it real, I am not the makeup type of girl. I am not the hair done up. Like, I mean, I am when I go out, but I very rarely go out. I am literally the messy bun getting, well, not even messy bun, because look, I have hardly any hair, but I am the just chilled out, relaxed, pretty much what, this is definitely more closer to me. So I actually like being able to sit here and relax and chat with all of you, because this is definitely more me. So, and the fact that, like, I love sitting down with you all on a Monday morning. I mean, sometimes it gets a bit much because I am very tired, because I usually stay up late trying to catch up with the overseas, what's happening overseas and supplies and things like that. But I really wanted to set everything up in a way that I can just sort of chill out and relax with you all. So I'm glad that you like this layout, because this is probably what you're going to get from now on, because I can actually, it's working really well. I can see the comments coming through better than what I can on my phone. Hey Dee, hi Sam. Looks like everything's arriving. Are there extra books and botanicals? Yes, there are. We expect that once we launch the extras for that, which we don't have a date on yet, most things have arrived for that, but we've just got to do some bits and pieces. But Michael wants to focus first on getting all of our current orders out, as well as catching up on customer service before, because every time we do a big release, our customer service gets absolutely flattened. And that also happens at peak times during the months, obviously, when the subscriptions go through. So we had subscriptions go through 2 huge releases, and he just hasn't had a chance to catch up on any of that. We haven't had a chance really to hang out with our little family as much as what we would like. So that all comes first before our next big release. But it will... He doesn't have a date just yet because he wants to do the right thing by our customers, which is great. He wants to make sure that he can catch up with everybody first, make sure everyone's happy before we start selling more bits and pieces. And also we want to make sure that it's we're not as stressed out about this release as what we have been the last couple, because the last 2 have been exceptionally stressful. And 2020 has already been a very stressful year, so we just want to make sure that it's done correctly. Excited about rainy days, the wide washi, the house washi. Pansies, yes. I added the, pastries, pumpkin pie. I added the additional paper for rainy day, but my bank thought it was fraudulent purchase and declined the payment. Will you try and charge it again? Yeah, so what happens if your payment doesn't go through? Firstly, contact your bank. Let them know, because this happens, not a lot, but it generally happens when there's a change in the payment amount, or if you're a new subscriber. So contact your bank, let them know it's a monthly charge. It comes out from us. Once you let them know that, they'll unblock us from charging you. And we try, so on the 1st it goes through, and then I think it might be the 2nd or the 3rd it goes through, and it basically tries every couple of days until I think it gets to 6 tries. And then at 6 tries, if it doesn't go through, this is where I need Michael. I want to say it suspends your subscription. And I mean, by 6 tries, that's usually like 10 days in or something like that. So I don't know for sure. I feel like that's on the website somewhere. Maybe in the FAQ. But it will try again. So if it doesn't go through straight away, if you get a decline, and this is why, like, Michael gets a whole, like, he will have, on top of all the emails that he's gotten from the last 2 releases, he'll also have a whole bunch of extra emails to get through today from yesterday's, which will be autoresponders, just responding to our payments going through. He'll get a whole bunch of people also messaging saying it didn't go through, but can you try it again? So it will automatically try again. There's no need to message. So that's how that process works. If you need to go into your account on the website, we try and make it as easy as possible so that you guys can manage your own subscriptions. So that if we are running behind, you're not delayed by us. So you can skip, add a subscription, all that sort of stuff. You can see what your current subscriptions are. So always, if you're not sure about what subscriptions you have active, please make sure you go into your manage account section, because chances are all the information is there, and then you can use the FAQ. The FAQ's got amazing things about how to add, take away, the additional sticker kit, the additional paper pack, all that sort of stuff. Sneaks. Oh, you guys seem to like the sneaks. That's great. Love the lighthouses. Yeah, it's so pretty. Love the colours and the theme. The colours are cute. Yes. Love it. Perfect for me. I am an ocean lover big time. Oh, awesome, Tammy. Ooh. Oh, hold on. It just added a whole bunch. Hold on. Where was I? I scrolled to the bottom and then it just added on like 3 screens of bits and pieces. Um, I don't know how you do it every month. Lots and lots of hard work, not much sleep. If I'm being completely honest, that's how I do it. I have some amazing friends who help me in terms of keeping me motivated, keeping me upbeat when times are hard. And I cannot thank them enough for their support. I have also, like, and Michael is my rock. He makes sure that the house runs smoothly. So around about 9 months ago, he was working full time. I was doing this full time. He was also coming home, working in the business, and our life was chaos. I was running the kids to therapy, to dance, to trying to be mum, as well as run PA. PA was getting bigger. Michael's job was becoming more stressful, and it became a very big turning point for us. So he left his full-time job, started working for PA, and that's when we started to do weekly kits and all the other bits and pieces and the extras. So I do it. I can do what I do because by subscribing, people have helped me get support at home, which is Michael, and have had that extra help in the business. So it's definitely it is a team effort here. It's not just me. Okay, excited for celebrations. Yes, it's going to be a beautiful kit. Okay, it's good thing I have downsized or cancelled my other subs that didn't measure up. Oh, Sandra, I mean, I never like to hear that people have cancelled subs, but I'm so glad that you've kept ours. And yeah, thank you for your support. That means a lot. Are you restocking? Okay. Are you restocking the Northern Lights notepads? Not anytime soon, because we do have minimum numbers that we need to do for a restock, which makes it harder to restock notepads. And yeah, I don't have an exact. No. I don't have an exact date on when we will. Yeah, there's no plans at this point in time, but that's not to say that it won't happen, because they sold out really quick. But that I have written down. So we've already got our stock on the notepads for the books and botanicals, but future kits we'll make sure that we have more of the notepads. Books and Botanicals TN, that's the same, so that's in the Books and Botanicals release. I mentioned earlier that we don't have, that's, we need to get through customer service queue, catch up on orders, all that sort of stuff before we even think about getting up to that. And Sammy needs sleep. Wine Country TN, no, there's no plans on doing a Vineyard TN at this point in time. Sandra, will there be advance notice on the next big release so budget appropriately? You do know that there is a Books and Botanicals release coming out. We don't know exactly when, so and it will be similar to the Northern Lights release. So in terms of range and size and quantities and all that sort of stuff. So my advice is, we don't have a date on exactly when that's going to drop, but my advice is save now, so that way when we do drop it, you already have the money there sitting and waiting. One of the reasons why we are putting this back is so that I have time to actually let people know when it's coming. That means email and our social media platforms as well. What's behind you? Which TN behind you has the spine closer? Is it that one? My Go Wild SoCal. So I've got another one. That's my sample. This is my actual chunky one. Oh, and I wanted to let you all know because the planners, because we receive them flat, what I have been doing to make them sit, because when they sit, they first roll out, they sit back like that. What I was doing is chunking it up or putting a book or something in between, so that way your rings won't get damaged, but putting some weight and literally sitting it like that overnight. So sitting it with some weight on this part, not on the rings. And now it actually sits perfectly, and my dividers sit perfectly. I knew I measured it. And the other thing too is when it's on its spine, it actually sits perfectly like that too. That's something that I found out through using it. Can you do a PA enamel pin as a mystery item? Maybe that is something that I have been thinking about, and I wondered if anybody would love that. And I thought, like, if we don't do it as the mystery item, I want to do a whole bunch of extra releases for that kit. So maybe it will be an extra that we can do. But yes, why does this keep skipping? The next TN will be books and botanicals. My dimples. I'm a bit weird about my dimples. So I was like, people used to always poke my dimples, which I sure made them bigger than what they are. You look beautiful. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I do very minimal makeup for this because it's such a bright light that sits on me. Otherwise, I look really blotchy. But thank you. Oh yes, you are busy. Family time is important too. Yes, thank you. I completely agree. So if you answered this, but have all the melodies from the Northern Lights gone out? I think Michael said that there was, because of the way Shopify fulfills bits and pieces, and because we can't use the shipping apps because it doesn't work with our local carrier. Michael did notice this week that there was an issue with some of the orders not exporting. So I know this because he was like, and he was really stressed out and really upset that didn't happen as easily as it should have. So I do know that he has been running around this week making sure and going back through. So he literally took some more up today, and we do have a pile of orders at the front door waiting for DHL to come and pick up. So if it hasn't gone out before today, chances are it's gone out in today's batch. And he will, I'm sure that once they've gone out, he'll run the fulfillment, because we have to do that in a batch afterwards. He'll run the fulfillment, which means you'll get the tracking number on your, if you're in overseas, you'll get the tracking number in your email. The Australian one, it doesn't work that way because of Australia Post. That's not our issue. That's an issue with their systems. And it will update. So it's probably going out today if it was included in those ones. So we do apologize. One of the joys of being a small business is you just have to work with the systems that you have available. And unfortunately, as amazing as Shopify is, there are some downfalls, and because we run subscriptions and non-subscriptions through it, and we had a new discounting software which ran differently, and we are learning as we go here, and we don't have I am literally tech support first level, so I try and fix things up as I can. But yeah, so if it hasn't gone out, I would say give it a day for him to run the fulfillment. If you haven't received a fulfillment after, say, Tuesday, Wednesday, contact customer service. Oh, there's lighthouses on the shores. It's so pretty. Vicky, I've just read that you didn't know how to skip this month, so you had to cancel. If you go into our FAQ, the help section on the website, it actually tells you how to do all that. So there is so much in our help section. And that goes to not just Vicky, but everybody. If you're having trouble, there is so much in there. I write them myself, so there is so much in there. I'm so happy to support your business and your family. Thank you. It means a lot. Please make sure you get some rest. I'm trying. Please make some magnetic notepads. Ooh. I'll add that to my list. Thank you. I'm starting to save up. Brilliant. The video's stopped. Oh. Not sure about that. Will there be more pins and charms in the future? Yes, I love making pins and charms. So definitely. Definitely. I really enjoy them. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Don't judge. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but like, that's my little pin wall. It's full length, so it goes about halfway down at the moment. So I love pins. I love collecting pins. I even have some on there that I got from when I was a little kid, so when I was like 10. So I love pins and charms and things like that. Okay, Monica, should we message you if our order still says processing? By Wednesday. And I believe that sounds great, is you messaging back on my feedback just before. So yeah, just... Oh, I missed one. Dawn, is the Michael's Stores collab still in progress? Yes, it is. It's still happening in the background. I can't... Oh, Michael's just gotten home. Crap, I should have written down what I wanted to ask him for when he comes in. I'll call out to him once he gets in, so I'll put the microphone on silent so you can't hear me yelling through the house. Yes, it is still happening. I can't talk about it yet, but there will be updates soon. It's exciting. I can't say anything just yet, but very, very soon you will have answers. So, because it needs to come from Michael, it's not from me. Karen, Sammy, I sent you a DM on Instagram. Oh yeah, Karen, I rarely check those. Like, you might get a reply from me 3 weeks after you've sent them. So DMs are not and I really apologize because I now have an app which schedules my Instagram, so I'm very rarely on there. Just because, especially when things get busy. And I know it's bad. It's sort of one of my first things that goes when things get busy. But I will, when it was out and sent them. I'll have a look for that, but if it's a customer service thing, please make sure you're doing it through the website. He's on his way. Okay, feel free to ask your questions for Michael. Hey, hon, we have a question. So a few people, you might want to duck. A few people said about the melody planners, and I explained that there was like the Northern Lights, and I explained that with the orders that there was a thing with Shopify and some of them didn't export.
I stuffed up.
Well, I actually blame Shopify, but sure.
Shopify stuffed up. I stuffed up because I didn't realise how they stuffed it up.
There we go.
There was a bunch of stuffs up.
Stuff ups. So I said that you were just off at Ozpost?
They're all gone. Well, the DHL ones are sitting there. They're expedited, so you'll get them probably about the same time.
Oh, that's good. Hold on. Expedited, we can only do that to the States, though, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't. With the expedited system that we use, they only offer expedited to the US. So, sorry if you're outside the US.
When we mess up, we try and make it right.
Yeah. And I also told them about customer service being a bit behind, but that's because you've been focusing so much on getting not just the initial batch out of the 2 releases, but also this like sub batch which didn't make it through.
Correct.
Yeah, and then also it will be compounded by the fact that you'll also be getting autoresponders from the charges.
If your order says still processing, so it's a really manual system. So once I ship it, I then have to manually do the processing thing. So there's a chance that I just haven't gotten to the part where I click the processing.
I said to them, give it till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, it should be done today, but Wednesday. And if it's an Australian order, it won't automatically say they're tracking, but they'll get the Ozpost one separate. But if it's an overseas one, when you fulfill it, it uploads the...
Correct. Yeah. So,
you look good today.
In essence, thank you. There's a lot of manual processing, unfortunately, because we're still kind of we're small, but we're getting bigger, and that means there's lots of stuff to do, but we're still small. So we've got to just thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah.
We do the best we can, and I know you know that we're always trying to do the best thing that we can.
Yeah, and it's hard because we've never done a month as big as we did last month ever. It's and that was, we wanted to spread things out, but we didn't get the chance to because Wild dropped. I mean, it was a good time for it to drop because it means that everybody will get their stuff in plenty of time for Wild. But we had Wild, we already had planned Northern Lights, we had the subscription box, we had, and I was just saying, like, family stuff comes up as well. And it was the start of a school year for us, which was big, and looking after the kids, and that means new after school activities. We had a change in therapist for Lachlan, so he struggled with that as well. It's just been a big it's been a year of a February.
Has she shown you the birthday stuff yet?
They're excited. They want a PA pin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So and pins and charms. Look, they're all writing to you. See,
Yeah.
I can see it if I sit here. That was my stomach.
Thanks.
They want to know about Michael's, and I said I can't really talk about it, but it's you'll have answers soon.
Very soon.
Shh, we can't say anything.
Oh.
Except for soon. We can't.
But I'm Michael. I can say anything.
No.
Oh.
You can't.
Oh.
I will get in trouble. So.
I better go.
Hold on. There's some messages for you there. So do you?
Oh, yeah. Thank you to all the very kind people. I really appreciate it.
Say that Vineyard. Sammy, did you say that Vineyard? Beautiful You is coming. I'm by Wednesday. It'll be out. The inserts took me so long to get done that I need to just recollect and make sure that it all goes up properly.
I gotta go. I've got frozen food that I've got to unpack, and it's still super duper hot here.
It is, well, muggy. Thanks for popping in.
See y'all.
Should I get Michael to do his updates every Monday? He can do his own updates, right? Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. 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 So you can come in, do a quick update.
Bad idea.
No, you can do your update.
Anything could happen. I'll leave you with that. See ya.
Love you.
Love you.
There you go. You heard it from him. He understands all the shipping way better than I do. Because he actually deals with it all the time. It's so manual. It is so manual. Sammy, have your kiddos given you any ideas? Any kid ideas that you are... Okay, Heather, yes. Indy keeps saying she wants me to do a rainbows and unicorns kit. If it was up to Lockie, he would say Peppa Pig and Bubble Guppies kit, which obviously we can't do due to copyright and trademarks and all that sort of stuff. But he... I had to ask Michael to bring me something of Lockie's because I want to show you. So Lockie is amazing. So he has autism, but he also has a bit of a drawing superpower where he's way above all of his peers. And we actually, on the weekend, he did this amazing, really big leap. So while we've had a rough start to the year with him on a lot of other bits and pieces, he's just started doing this amazing where's Michael? He's collecting some of the art to bring to me. Amazing artworks, which they're just absolutely inspiring. He sits there for hours and draws and colours. That's cool. I would love a kit with shamrocks and rainbows and call the kit Lucky. Oh, his name's Lockie, so Lachlan. But that's kind of cool. I do like that. Oh, here comes Michael. Okay. Oh, don't drop them. So Lachlan loves bubble guppies. For those who don't know, bubble guppies are like mermaids under the ocean. And he... So this is obviously freehand. He draws them all himself by just looking at pictures on his iPad. Sometimes he does them completely from memory. Mr. Grouper, who has been his security toy for the last... So he's 8 now. for the last 7 years. For those who know, last year when I went wild, bubble guppies aren't really a big thing here in Australia. So I've had to purchase a lot of stuff from overseas and actually bring it back myself. So last year I grabbed a lot, and look at this. Can we just, all the detail in the hair. He is incredible. He's amazing. He is so inspiring, and Indy has even started to draw and really get into drawing as well, which is wonderful. So I've been sitting there painting next to them, and they've been drawing next to me, and it's absolutely beautiful. So they're both incredible, and they're teaching me so much. But he seems to have leveled up, which is amazing. I always thought about doing a pin of one of Lockie's artworks, because we're trying to save for him to get an assistance dog so that we can actually go out in public. But it's obviously trademarked artwork, so that we wouldn't be able to do that. But I've reached out to Nickelodeon, so if anybody has any contacts, that would be great. Maybe I shouldn't say that. One of the reasons why we started Planners Anonymous was we wanted to give both of our kids, but especially Lockie, some security and a future. We don't know if he will be employable or be able to live on his own, but at least if we have a successful business, we can set him up. If he wants to draw for that business, he can. If he wants to, this is going into some very deep personal areas, but Planners Anonymous is its whole reason for doing what we do, and the reason why we work so hard, and is so that we can make sure that he's supported for his entire life long after we've gone. So but yeah, he struggles to sleep, so he didn't go to sleep until 2 a.m. I think last night, and we have to try and keep him safe, so we're trying to get an assistance dog to keep him safe when we absolutely need to sleep, and also so that we can actually go out into public with him, because he struggles a lot. You guys are amazing. You're all incredible. Sorry, and when I say guys, I need to get better at saying that, but it's a non-specific guys thing. It's probably an Australianism, which is no excuse, but I am trying. Okay, asking him to design his own character. He doesn't really understand that. I've tried to get him to draw himself for a long time. He doesn't really understand that. He draws what he loves and what's in his mind at that time, and that's usually the bubble guppies and Peppa Pig. So that is his world, and he gives us glimpses into his amazing world. So by seeing what he's drawing, that's incredible, and we are trying to get him to expand that. A year ago, there was no Peppa Pig in there, so he is already doing amazing. And he started by drawing like just these in black and whites, and he would draw 80, 90 a day. So we have a huge pile of artwork from him. But I love the idea, and I love that you're all so supportive of him and how incredible you all are. And if he grows up and he wants to be a designer, and if he wants to be an artist, I'm going to do everything, and well, me and Michael, we're going to do everything within our power to make that happen. Randy, we don't know if he understands that he'll be getting a dog, hopefully, because we're still saving. They're exceptionally expensive. Yeah, we don't think he understands that yet. He might. He's very clever. He's very smart, and I am not going to underestimate him. But yeah. So we yeah, there's a lot involved, but I am just so proud that he is expanding and drawing, and that something brings him so much joy. And they just released season 5 of Bubble Guppies, and I tell you what, I've never been so excited about a kid's show. Actually, I lie. Frozen. Oh my gosh, Frozen 2. I think we watched it about 10 times on the weekend. Ooh, I'm so hungry. Okay. You guys are all so incredible. You're gonna make me cry. I try not to talk about this too much because I get very emotional. And you're all so incredible. That's a really cool idea, a dog themed pin or child set to raise money. Okay, let me have a chat to Michael. You're all incredible. Look, you've all seen me get far too emotional on these. I'm going to take these ideas. I'm going to have a chat to Michael about it. Okay, you're just going to be staring at me now, getting all emotional, looking at the comments. I promised earlier that I would put on the rainy days kit. So for those who didn't see it last week, so I am going to chuck that on now, and I'm going to say thank you all for joining me. And thank you all for all the feedback and comments and support. Like, this is incredible. You're all incredible, every single one of you. You have no idea how amazing this is. Thank you. Big. I wish I could hug you all right now. Okay, I'm gonna play this preview before I literally start crying. Have a wonderful week. Sending lots of hugs and love to your loved ones. And have a wonderful week. Enjoy, and I will try and be better at popping on in social media this week. Especially the Facebook group. That gets the most of my attention where I can. Anyway, thank you all so much. See you later. Okay, so you guys know how much I love sharing my sneak peeks, so I'm going to share with you a whole bunch of the stuff that's for the rainy days kit. It's not complete just yet, so there's a couple of extra bits and pieces that I will show you next week, but it is the majority of the kit. So the first thing we have is our gorgeous pen. It's got a stormy barrel with the blue and yellow gems, and then we have and I went with gold foiling and gold on the hardware. I really wanted it to pop. It was a really hard decision this month. I almost went the silver, but I wanted to be a little bit different. Okay, so we have our quote cards. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Learn to dance in the rain. April showers bring May flowers. When it rains, it pours. Music to my soul. And rain brings rainbows. And we've got our gorgeous backing card, which I see a lot of people actually use for crafting and using in their planner as well. We have the standard stickers, and it's got our main girl on the front. We've got a whole bunch of weather-related stickers. We've got our Monday through Sunday and a couple of extras as well as our folding sticker. And then we have our icons. And this is the new layout. I think I started this one from Vineyard, so they're slightly smaller, a little bit more practical, and we've added in our PA lives as well. our washies. I'm really loving the washies this month. So the lower one, sorry, our wide washi is the Gorgeous Scene, and it's got the raindrops. Again, I went with yellow because, I went with gold because I really wanted it to stand out. So that's that one. Let me just put that down there. And then our standard washi, let's see if I can undo this, is the raindrops over the top of the flowers, because this kit isn't just all about the rain, it's also got a whole bunch of gorgeous florals in there. I believe they're pansies. I keep forgetting what they're called. And then this last one is a whole bunch of vertical raindrops. I think a long time ago, I did a vertical washi. And to be honest, every month I think about doing another vertical. So the other thing I like about this washi is that you can tear it up and put little raindrops throughout your planner. Okay, then we have our quote card, our featured art card, which is Life's Too Short. So we've had a lot of rain here in Australia, and I got out and jumped in the puddles with the kids and just had a whole bunch of fun. And I really just wanted to sort of bring that feel back into this kit. Our stamp set, hopefully you can see this, but we've got a gorgeous little couple here hiding underneath the umbrella. We've got a whole bunch of weather bits and pieces, some of the pansies so that you can stamp them out and create your own background, and the little houses to match. And the cutest little, I don't know if you've noticed, but the gumboots, some of them have bows, some of them don't. A little umbrella, some clouds. So you can, and there's the two versions of the clouds. So you can use the outline, you can use the block color it, or you can do a combination of both. I really can't wait to see what you all make with this. There are so many pattern opportunities as per normal with our stamps. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this because this is the additional sticker kit, but I'll start with the standard papers. So we've got this gorgeous rain and umbrellas, and that's paired with like a dark and stormy color. And then we have the pansies, which is paired with a gorgeous yellow. And then we have this beautiful scene, and that's paired with another, like a deeper, darker, stormy color. So that's the standard. And then, of course, you get the vellum and the acetate, which is that pansy pattern again. And, oops, that's upside down. You've got a whole bunch. I hope you can see this, but it's like little raindrops on the gold foil. So you can add that over the top. I really wanted to keep, I love keeping this sheet simple, because I think if you keep this simple, it overlays over so much, and you can always fold it in half. And if you like, the silver's on the back as well. Now, if you love these and want a second lot, you can always do the additional paper kit. And in the additional paper kit, I'm going to show you, so it includes a second copy of the vellum and the acetate. And then some of my favorite papers are in this month. So you've got this, it's like an apartment complex, and they've all got their little pansies out the front, and it's just raining. I really feel comforted by this paper. And on the back, it's got the green, which matches in with the leaves on the pansies. And then we've got our little street view, which is all the streets lined up on a darker grey. And then behind it, we've got more of a light grey to offset that. And this last one's probably one of my favorite papers, which is, it's sort of like, it's a bit more fun, jump in puddles. It's a bit more playful. I really love this paper. And as with all of them, sorry, I didn't show that before, but the plain, so they're all double-sided for those who don't know. They're double-sided. They include one plain on the back. And the reason why we do that is because if you cut through it, you don't have to worry about what you're cutting on the back. Okay. Next, I'm going to fly through the additional sticker kit and run you all through that. So the additional sticker kit, we've got our main girl on the front with some of the corners and the flowers and two big giant raindrops. So if you want to, you can write into it. And then we've got one of our other girls and a whole bunch of weather and some of those gorgeous gumboots and some puddles and a cute little rainbow. Okay, then we have our couple, which you saw on the stamp set. We've got a gorgeous little cozy sort of, we've got the blanket as well. And this is sort of a little bit like more homely, and you've got some bunting to match and the houses and the trees. And then we have our gorgeous guy for the month. We have some umbrellas and some umbrellas with the flowers in them. And he's looking quite dapper up there. And then we have our florals. So we've got the florals in the jar. I really loved how this worked. I did it in a different kit, and I've brought it back because I loved using this stamp. And then you've got all the little bits and pieces so you can pull them out together. You've got ones in the jar. You've also got ones in the envelope. And this one, I really wanted to sort of bring back that the Rascog, so I've updated that, and it's got the little post-it note saying jump in puddles. You've got these little ideas from rainy days, which I believe also work in the Hobonichi, and you've got drip, drop, splish, splash, splosh, and a little rainy days laptop. Now these guys were really popular in our, so these split in half. They're like little, you can use them as covers and write your name in between for the start of your planner. These are really popular in the books and botanicals kit, so I've bought them back. You've also got a whole bunch of corners. We've got our double, and this month what I've done it very similar to how we do our stickers that are in our weekly sticker kit. So you've got the single, and the extra spot there. So if you don't want to use a double, you don't have to. We've got our little window and some dividers. And then we have these, which I'm really loving. So these you can write in. They're EC sized with a little bit of overhang with the leaves, because you know that, I don't like thinking inside the box. You've got this little strip and more dividers. We then have our post-it notes and our days of the month. Dates of the month. We have our quotes, and then I've put some of these jump in muddy puddles thing and a couple more of those rainy day ideas. And then we have our 4 colors. So we have the green, the dark and stormy color, the teal, and the yellow. And then we have these gorgeous little minis. So, and they're absolutely, I'm really loving the pops of yellow, and I really feel like the color scheme worked really well on this kit. So if you want the additional paper kit or the additional sticker kit and you're a subscriber and you haven't already added them, make sure you add them before the end of the month to your subscription. If you added it last month, there's no need to change it. So that's your first preview of our Rainy Days kit. I hope you love it.